When the contractors finished the new Shelbyville Elementary School in 1939 on College Street, they enclosed a copper-coated tin box as a time capsule behind the entryway facade.
Went to a progress meeting. Anytime you have construction projects, you have about two, for Northside we have 2 progress meetings a month. So when I got to a progress meeting in December, the general contractor, Barry Clements of BCD, said that our demolition contractor, subcontractor, had found a box in the cornerstone that appeared to be a time capsule, and they gave it to me.
The box was soldered shut, and it took 30 minutes and 5 motorized blades to cut the seams. The activity took place in the forensics class at Martha Lane Collins High School, where the work was done behind a glass window, so the students could watch and videotape on their cells.
The students at Collins, the forensics class, did some research, and they came up with that when other time capsules that had been found, that there was those type things in there. It was just memorabilia, primarily newspaper articles and that kind of thing from the time. So when this was discovered and opened, people could know what the issues at hand were at that time.
MLCHS students were joined by biomedical students from Shelby County High School in the MLCHS auditorium. A PowerPoint showcasing the history of the educational site was presented by MLCHS students Jenna Miracle, Libby Langloy, and Megan Glass.
Before we had Northside Elementary School, there was a college in Shelby County, and it was called Shelby College. It was chartered on December 22nd, 1798, and then in 1836 it was reorganized and rechartered and named Shelby College. It was a prep department for ages 10 through 16, and then it started as a liberal arts school and military school. But shortly after, in the 1840s and 50s, they built an observatory, which is like the dome up there, and then offered scientific schooling. It closed in 1868 because of funds. They were going to have to use lottery to help it, and then we just found out it burned down.
It started out as graded school, that's what they called it, and when Southside was built, they renamed it to Northside. It closed in 1998, and it was still a school for 4th and 5th graders, and it didn't officially close until 2002.
Okay, so Northside was just torn down, and they're going to rebuild it and call it Northside Early Childhood Center. It's going to have AM and PM classes, each session having 150 students, so the school will service up to 300 children.
5 students in the audience were randomly selected to use the scissors attached to the lid and pry open the box. Audrey Adcock, Robbie Ivers, Haley Catlett, Jordan Rood, and Kelsey Heston peered into the box and took turns removing objects. Each item was inspected, names were read, and artifacts were placed under the document reader so images could be projected onto a large screen for the students in the audience to see. When the 3rd grade photo from 1936-1937 was shown and names read, the late Barney Bright was singled out. The Shelbyville High School graduate became a well-known sculptor, creating a Christ figure for the local Catholic Church, along with designing in 1976 what became known as the Derby clock. There were coins, a 1939 nickel, a nickel circa 1890 with Roman numeral V inside a wreath, buffalo and Indian head nickels circa 1930, and 2 wheat pennies, one from 1936.
Collins High School students have already approached Mr. Leeper about they want a time capsule now. Shelby County High School students have already approached Mr. Oakley now. We want to do a time capsule, and both principals are very excited about doing that. As far as what we would make a time capsule, what materials, pre-engineering, Terry Henry at Collins is already researching that if they do a time capsule, she wants her pre-engineering class to research the best materials made to construct and design and construct a time capsule. So we want the students to do that work. My understanding is, I haven't seen them nor researched it, but my understanding is there's manufactured time capsules out there that are airtight and watertight. But I'd rather see it something made from our student bodies.
Students have now had their appetites whetted to create their own time capsules. What will they include for future students to see?